So as you can tell, I am bumming it, but it's okay because I want to talk a little bit about my results so far using my ChatGPT workout routine. So I originally started this, and you can go back to my first video. I started this, it was a 6-week program. I started it in June. So it's been more than 6 weeks, yeah. Because it's August, today is August 20 something, I don't know. So I've been doing this since June, and now, looking back on it, honestly, all it was doing progressive overload. So, every week it was telling you to add a little bit more weight. It gave me a really strong, like a really nice routine as to what kind of workouts to hit. So that's why I've been hitting at least 4 times a week. I want to say, maybe a little bit less than that sometimes, but for the most part, I was pretty diligent in keeping up with my workouts. And I gotta say, bro, I see the difference. I'm gonna do it like a full body before and after, but I definitely see the difference in my strength, in the way my shirts feel. I could feel the difference. And just to give a little bit, so I'm doing incline. I'm doing like my push day. Today on August, I'm starting with 180 pounds. When I first did my first push day, let's see, I was doing, wow, look at that. I was doing 155 pounds. So I've added, dude, I've in like these 6 weeks or so, I've literally added, I mean, I don't know the math, let me think, 155, 6, 70, 80, 30 pounds to my bench for reps, so that's pretty good. My deadlift, when I first did this, I was doing deadlifts, I was starting with 225. On my most recent one, I was starting with 260. Brother, wow. I'm not keeping track of my pull-ups. Let's see another one. When I first started, I was doing dumbbell curls, right? I think I had dumbbell curls. Did I have dumbbell curls here? Yeah. With 20 pounds. My last one, bro, I was doing... How much was I doing for my dumbbells? I think I was doing like 40 pounds, bro. Yeah, 35 pounds, bro. 40 pounds I started with. So from 20 to 35 pounds. So holy balls, Batman. I'm so proud of myself. So let's see how much stronger I can get. This is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go do my push workout. We're gonna go do that, and then we'll just go from there. So something I'm not recording is you're not seeing me do a lot of the band work that I do prior to before I even touch a weight. Basically, I'm doing some band work. I'm using the resistance bands. Not just that, I'm doing some calisthenics. So the calisthenics I like to use before I do overhead press is handstands. I try to hold a handstand for as long as I can. I'll alternate the hand, so I'll do a handstand and then I'll alternate hands. Hold it for 5 seconds with one hand, then switch hands, hold it for another 5 seconds. Doing that static weight, it feels good on my upper body. And then I do a couple sets of those. The way I gauge it is I'm not really counting, but I keep warming up. I keep doing my warm-up sets until I start to break a sweat. Like once I start to break a sweat, I'm like, all right, I'm getting warmed up. The blood is going. My body's starting to work. It's like my body's telling my anatomy is telling my body that, okay, it's time to cool down because, your body's getting really hot. That's when I know, okay, let's get it. Let's start to add a little bit more weight. So then that's when I start touching the weights. So I wasn't going too heavy when I first started on my overhead press. What was I doing? Like 25 pounds? I got up to a plate on this bad boy. And I had to get like some really good music to do it. So I hate YouTube. Let me just segue real quick. I hate YouTube because the songs I really want to play, I'm going to get copyright for. And bro, back in the day, YouTube was not like that. And it's like, damn, man, now they make it so hard for you to try to do anything on their platform. And I get it,
because these people are investing this, like, this is their money. You know, you're a creator. They create this music. They should get paid for it. But life is, it's about, when it's about money, it just seems like it takes away some of the creativity in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just some guy. So I was doing these overhead press. I was getting the tunes going, listening to some Bye Bye Bye. That movie really got me inspired. Every time I hear that song, I just want to do the choreography. But then I started to get like getting serious. You can tell, like, I was pushing, I think 35. I don't think I was doing a plate just yet. But bro, like, I think this is pretty good for my size. I'm about 200 pounds, so pushing 135 for reps, it's not bad. I mean, could I be stronger? Absolutely. I could always be stronger. But am I happy with where I'm at? Yes. Have I came far from where I started? Absolutely. And will I go even further? Absolutely. And look how clean these reps are, man. Like, these are not cheating reps, you know? I'm not stopping too high. I'm stopping right at 90. So I'm keeping my delts activated. I could keep my chest down a little bit more. I don't think it should be coming off the mat that much. But other than that, bro, it was pretty clean. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep doing that. Now, my next favorite thing to hit during my upper body workout is definitely some triceps. I love delts and triceps. I think that's such a good pairing because your triceps are, first of all, anytime you're doing anything with your arms, period, you're using your triceps and you're using your delts. Not in the same capacity, you know. In some aspects, your delts may be acting as the um, it's really late, so excuse my inability to think and put my thoughts together. But in some way, your delts are acting as like the secondary muscles, and they may just be sort of bracing your workout. And then sometimes they're primary. Same with your triceps. Sometimes they're primary, sometimes they're secondary, but they're always working every time you move your arm. So I love hitting some nice delts, and then followed by some triceps, giving my delts a nice little rest. Um, yeah, man, I just be killing it with these triceps. So I do a lot of reps. They go pretty heavy. I kind of go as heavy. I don't like to go heavy enough. And here's the thing, you can tell. Look at the way I do it. Some people, when they're doing their triceps, they're gonna be, when they bring in the tricep up, right? They lift their elbows up too much, and they're pulling down. In my mind, I feel like you start working out your rear delts, and then if you go too high, now you're working out your front delts. I'm not trying to do that. I try to stay in a nice zone where I could feel it really well, the blood in my triceps, and that's all I'm trying to focus on. Because I'm not trying to give you the strongest guy here. I'm working on aesthetics. I've always been about aesthetics, and that's what this is about. I'm trying to look good. I'm trying to feel good. I want to, keep my athleticism as well. But these workouts are for aesthetics purposes. Now, my next question I have for you, and I'm going to talk about something a little bit different, is what do you think of this format? Because if you look through my page, I've had the format pretty different for the last few videos, right? I did a few voiceovers. I had some videos where I was just talking straight to the camera while I worked out. I'm trying to figure out what works best for me. I don't mind talking while I'm recording, but I don't want to be that guy too much. But I guess, when you bring a camera to the gym, you're already that guy. So I gotta accept that. But I'm just not comfortable with it. I'm trying to get more and more comfortable with it. So that's kind of why I was talking, just for my own goose, my own sake. But just let me know what you think about these formats where I'm working out and I'm just gonna kind of tell you a little bit what I did. At this point, I was feeling good, bro. Like, that pump, if you could tell, was looking good. And what's really cool? Like, looking at these videos, I feel like I look pretty good too. Like, I'm not mad at it. So I was doing, cause like, this is just upper body. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be hitting some lower body. I'm gonna record that for sure. And right now, as you can tell, I'm not going too heavy. What was that, like 60 pounds for the chest press? Yeah, 60 pounds. I'm not going too low. I'm kind of trying to stay in that sweet spot. You can kind of see my chest activating. Now, what I could do better is hold it tighter. Maybe I'll have to go lighter and go slower. I mean, I get it. I'm trying to, I'm really trying to focus on developing my chest, developing my strength. but I don't want to hurt myself. And more importantly, I want to remember that I'm working out my muscles. And I'm not working out for the strength, just for the heck of working out. Yes, I want to build strength, but that's not my main goal. And I feel like in today's fitness world, it's all about the numbers. How much weight are you putting up? How much weight are you putting up? And that's good. Like, it's good to be strong, and you want to have some strength. Of course, you're not going to develop muscle without developing strength. It's impossible. Okay, maybe not I'm going to say impossible, because somebody's going to comment, they're going to say, well, what if you do this? There's other ways to build this muscle and not build strength. Like, guys, I get it. I'm just saying, like, in the sense that if you're going to do it like natty, in essence, every time you work out, you're breaking down your body and making it come back stronger. So yes, you're always going to be getting stronger, but there's different ways of training. And I feel like in today's world, it's all about how much numbers are you putting up. And that's not what I'm doing here. I could probably go heavier on the chest press, but for what reason? I feel like, yeah, it may sound good and it looks cool, but ego aside, bro, you can move the weight laterally, great. You can move heavy weight in a lateral motion, great. But in reality, in the real world, there's not too many instances where you're gonna have to lay down flat on the ground and push with just your arms. You're always gonna be using your entire body. So I like to work. I always remind myself of that whenever I work out. Like, you got to be really dynamic. So, anyway, back to the workout. So as you can tell, I sprinkled in some flat bench. I don't like flat bench typically because I have long arms. So because I have such long arms, the bar travels such long distances. Now, some people, they feel like that's an advantage. Like, you have long arms, therefore you're able to generate, you're able to build a lot of muscle, so you should be able to put a lot of weight because you have such a big frame. In my opinion, I feel like my long arms, it makes the long travel exhausts my muscles quicker versus somebody who has shorter arms, and maybe because they have shorter arms, they don't have to move the weight as far of the distance. But maybe I'm just splitting hairs. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I just want to be able to hit 2 plates. This video was recorded a little while ago, and I've been kind of hiatus ever since, about 2 weeks or so, maybe going on a month. And I'm ready to get back to it and start killing it. And at this point, like, I'm pretty much feeling the bench is going to become one of my best lifts. I think it's because I feel like I'm so bad at it. I'm going to make it my aim to get good at it. And of course, I gotta show you what kind of tunes I'm busting out. I'm listening to a Weezer song called Across the Sea. I love that song. Some people say it sounds like the lyrics are kind of weird, but it's art, and I feel like the lyrics are just sharing a story. It's a really cute, funny story that I enjoy. So when I'm working out, I'm listening to all kinds of music. I got Backstreet Boys going, I got Weezer going. It's whatever I feel like, and that's set. Whatever gets my blood going. So I should make a whole playlist just for working out, but that way I'm not wasting too much time choosing a song. But for now, I'm just gonna play whatever I feel is next. So also, as you can tell, I lift my legs up because I'm just trying to remove as much leg drive. I want to make it I'm trying to isolate my chest as much as possible. So I even lift my feet off the bench. Like, I don't even keep them flat on the bench. I'm lifting everything off. I want no leg drive. I want just my arms, just my chest. And you can see it in this video. You can see my chest activating. And that's what we want, man. Like, granted, as you can tell, the weight doesn't look that aesthetic. Like a plate with a bunch of tens, that doesn't look good, but I'm not doing it for looks, bro. I'm trying to feel good. I'm trying to get strong. I'm trying to build my muscle, and it's working. So do what works for you, because at the end of the day, it's your body, it's your life, and nobody can tell you what you gotta do with your body. So I've been doing this more than 6 weeks, and not only have I gotten stronger,
I've also been doing running. Remember, I've included running in my program. So not only have I gotten stronger, but my cardio has improved dramatically. And on top of that, I feel like I'm more efficient with my time, because I used to do a workout and it would take me maybe like an hour and a half. It's like I would be in the gym for like literally an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now, if I'm an hour 20, and I'm done. And dude, look at this pump. I'm not even gonna take my shirt off. I'm gonna keep it on because I feel like it looks better with a shirt on. This pump. I'm gonna walk around with this like this all day, so I can't wait. This is awesome, man. So I think I've been doing it long enough that I could kind of give a recommendation that if you're someone who wants to save money, you don't have a trainer, you could utilize AI. And if you need some assistance, let me know, because I could help you put together an AI, a workout tailored just to you, optimized for what you want, utilizing artificial intelligence. So with that being said, I'm out.